A brief message from your friendly neighborhood editing Jordan. We tend to try to keep things pretty PG-13 around here, but this is an improv podcast. So, who knows what we're going to say. Sometimes we throw in some swearing, some sexual content, and some violence. So, as a general warning, viewer discretion is advised. Also to be noted, the opinions stated about a certain tabletop role-playing game are just that, our opinions. We love the game and we like talking about it. So, any criticisms are really just all in good fun. That being said, wizards, please hire us. All right, with that out of the way, let's get on with the show.
Recording is, in fact, in progress.
Recording progress in.
You mean
We
when
are.
the recording is in progress?
We are recording our progress, kind of, you know?
This is a record of our progress that will be on the internet for all
Yeah.
time. Or at least until the internet dies. Yeah.
Yep.
Digital footprint until YouTube does something unforgivable.
Yep.
They've done several times and gotten away with somehow.
True.
But eventually there'll be a straw that breaks the camel's back, and who knows, guys, it might just be us. I'd bank on it. Hey everybody, welcome to the Nat One Podcast, aka Nope, because nope, you're not gonna want to hear what we're about to have to say. I'm Pertuset.
I'm Levi.
And I'm Jordan.
Well, Nat One, year 2 in review.
Nat One Season 2.
Yeah.
Woo.
I'd say we had a pretty good year this year.
We
I'd
suck.
say we had I was gonna say we had a great year.
Oh yeah.
We suck.
We had
Sorry, I
a
was thinking of something
200% increase in viewership. It was a good year.
We did. We jumped in our subscribers by a decent bit.
A lot. Yes,
A
indeed.
lot. Yeah, I mean, we had several certified bangers this year,
Mm-hmm.
I think, in terms of our content that we put out.
Yep.
We invented roleplay radio this year.
We
We
did.
did.
Roleplay radio was invented.
Funnily enough, a little peek behind the curtain, we just got done recording a roleplay radio. So,
Yeah.
which if you're a dedicated, loyal fan, you will have already listened to from last week.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good one.
It is a really good one.
They're all good ones.
They're all good ones, but this one is very good.
Except for the
This one was
second one.
world
I hated
defining.
the second one. No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Except for Eternal Sunshine of Pertuset's Mind. How about that one? I hated that one.
is that this year?
Yes.
That was this year.
It's crazy. It's crazy to look back on. Much like last year, I recorded a few statistics for the audience to hear. Not a lot, though. For one, it's hard to get statistics anymore on stuff because it won't let you do a year's worth of statistics,
Mhm.
sadly. But at least for the YouTube, I'll just say those right away because I only took 2 because I figured there were only 2 that were worth talking about. I mean, there's more on there that's worth considering, but there's only 2 worth talking about.
Yeah.
On the year, we are up 525,100 views.
Good.
And also we're on the year up 279 subscribers.
There you go.
So a large majority of our subscribers came from this year and views. Because if I go look at there's a tab somewhere.
We could fill a small building with our subscribers.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, they got rid of that tab. There used to be the About tab.
Indeed. That's how we compared it last year. We were like, if we had a room full of 50 people, there'd be a lot of people in one room, and the room's gotten bigger.
Now it's
I
an
hope
entire
it has.
building. Yeah.
If
We're all
not,
crammed in there
No, it
together.
didn't.
No,
They're
same
all
size
just in
room.
Levi's
Oh.
basement.
This is the podcast. We have like a panel table, and it's all those people crammed into a room in front of us. That's what the podcast is.
You know. But yeah, a lot happened this year, that's for sure. We had our roleplay radio. We made several of our newer nicher series going crazy, like more intelligence checks, more of the battle royales, more of the
This year
write a
we-
fake thing.
We really kicked it into high gear with gaming content this year, I
Yes.
think.
Mhm.
We had been doing some as streams, but this was the year that we decided to like make some videos every once in a while, one-off. And
Yeah.
I think it was to our benefit.
Last year, we started streaming in June with Terraria on Twitch. And the streamings were very far and few between. because that's when I was struggling between moving to a new place and getting new jobs every now and again. But now we've really found our sort of flow stream. We've successfully streamed at least 2 times a week. I think the entire year.
Mm-hmm.
As well as almost had 2 video game videos uploaded every week for almost the entire year, with a few exceptions where I got busy.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Some good stuff though, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to give a little perspective, a first set of like kind of video gamey stuff that we did this year that wasn't just a stream that existed was I believe Jackbox.
That was the very first one, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did a Jackbox video, which
Gushko.
was a little bit longer. But then we started branching out into other stuff. We did several Genshin Impact pulling videos.
Yep.
This
And
year.
Honkai
Star Rail. With the great Hu Tao race, who can forget, and the Shinha and Eula banners.
The Eula and did numbers.
The people were excited for Eula.
Yep.
Were excited for Eula. I'm pretty sure Eula is one of our best videos that's not a short.
It is. Yep.
So yeah, people wanted that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Definitely got more experimental with all that stuff.
True. We saw what was and wasn't successful.
Yeah. We tried several different games. Like the first one we were just talking about is the Next Bots videos, which both did well enough in their own regard, with 61 views and 58 views at the time that we're looking at it right now.
Yep.
Trying to
Which that was this is also, you can tell based off of our content this year when some trends happened, because we were following trends a little bit for some stuff, but they were still fun to do.
Yes, big time.
Like Nextbots was a trend which we had already been doing without recording before we recorded it, because we just thought it was fun.
Yep.
Elden Ring Randomizer is an ongoing series that we started this year.
Yep. Still going. It's going to take a little bit longer. I think we'll finish it in 2024. We better.
Oh, I hope so.
We'll talk about the elephant in the room later.
Taryn?
No, what? No.
Wow, thanks.
Yeah. Trying to think what else we can mention here. We did do a while ago. We did our first ever collab with another content creator.
Yes, we did.
Quite a long time ago.
True.
We've been getting crazy busy. We finding our foothold in what we are, and currently, I feel like we're chilling. We got our group of friends. We're the group of friends content creators, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I would love to collab with other people in the industry for podcast episodes still, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
True.
It takes a bit more hassle of putting together than just being like, hey, you guys on Discord, let's play a game.
Yeah.
I think it's worth the effort though, because it's really fun.
It's very fun.
I think it makes really engaging content.
Yeah, I like to meet new people and hear their stories with how they come to be with the hobby of D&D or whatever we end up talking about. Honestly, I've met a lot of people IRL that I want to get on the podcast. Maybe I'll do that in the near future.
Heck yeah.
Start scheduling that up, because I've met a few local artists, people that run game shops, people that have published and made their own books about nerd stuff. So I would like to get into that, but you know how life is. It gets busy, man.
Oh yeah.
We know. This year's been crazy.
This year has been very
This
bizarre.
year's been all over the place.
I mean, I don't want to give too much away just because we don't want to like accidentally dox ourselves, but all of us this year, it's been a very wild year personally for
We've
the
been
entire
moving
casting
around.
crew. Yeah.
Some of us have been holding certain jobs at certain times. I had a summer job, so over the summer I had a job, and then I didn't have that because I went back to school. Pertuset has had multiple different jobs.
I moved 1,000 miles away, and now I'm moving 1,000 miles back home.
Yep.
I've almost completed a master's degree the whole time this has been going on.
I've almost completed a bachelor's degree the whole time this has been going on.
Yep.
And I'm here.
I did complete
It's
a bachelor's degree last year.
And then there's me. I've been here the whole time.
But he hasn't. He's here
Sorry,
now.
I got really excited because the new stuff for the trailers for Game Changer have been coming out.
Taryn is now our official mascot.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think Taryn is gonna get upgraded to series regular next year.
Alright.
I don't know, but mascot's so good.
Mascot is good. Taryn, would you rather be mascot or series regular?
I don't
Taryn,
know.
you-
Either sounds
you-
funny.
You know the truth in your heart.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah. There was the
Speaking
time.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna mention we did I did the cool getting an animation for one of our D&D campaigns, which we did upload to the channel
True.
just to show off because it's sick
Was a
AF.
very
So
was a
absurdly
very
cool.
cool animation.
I don't think it's gonna go anywhere further for our channel just because it took a lot of money and time to get even that much with voice acting and everything. But if it for me looking at that and the reason behind uploading that was because I was like, if money were no object, that is something I'd like to have on this channel regularly.
That'd be cool to
Animatics.
do for the scripted series.
Yes, it would. Spoiler alert. Still on the horizon eventually.
Still writing. We'll get to it.
Pending
It's-
2030.
Yeah.
Well, we're making progress. We
I'm
should
kidding,
talk
I'm
about that because
kidding.
we're almost to the end of season 1.
Yeah.
True.
It will come out before GTA 7. I can say this for a fact.
A little project we've been working on for a while now
Mhm.
is we've been writing out what would you call it, a screenplay,
I'd say it's like a radio play.
radio play of the very first actual D&D campaign we kind of all played together, which was we've mentioned it several times before. Go back and watch some of our like early episodes if you want the full details on it. But it was not played in like any real D&D system. We had a lot of fun with it, but it was all over the place. The story was wild, it was wacky. So we've been working on actually ironing out everything that happened in that campaign and writing it out to be a real, true story that we can tell to a wider audience. Because it was a great experience that we had and kind of one of the foundational things that cemented our friendship with each other.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed going back and because we're writing the story from memory from like what we played, but we've also changed some parts and moved some stuff around just to make more sense narratively.
yes.
Because we did not play in an established system, and also we had a little bit of a revolving door of players at that point.
Yeah.
We've kind of straightened some stuff out, so now it makes more sense within the canon world of the games that we play, and also just. I think it makes more sense as a story. And it's also just been fun to go back and reminisce about like what really happened and also be like, yeah, we weren't thrilled about how that played out because of X, Y, and Z. Let's fix it.
Mhm.
Yep. It's been
Honestly.
fun to go back and do a little bit of revision.
Yeah.
Mhm.
One of my favorite parts is writing dialogue.
I love the
'Cause
dialogue.
I don't know about you guys, but I can remember approximately 0% of the actual dialogue we ever said in the game between the characters. No, I don't know if it's just the way my brain's wired, but I just cannot remember
I
dialogue.
remember one single conversation.
Yeah.
Which
was-
conversation?
It was the first time Ulok attempted to tell Saladin a story.
True.
Iconic.
And it was just you for audience information. Pertuset's character's name was Ulok, and another player we have who I don't think has ever been on the podcast actually. He was playing a character named Sarando, not Saladin. Did I say Saladin?
You
You
did
said
say
Saladin.
earlier,
We
but it was
knew who you
Sarando.
were talking about.
Sarando. His name was Sarando. And Ulok was like trying to bond with people in the party. So he goes up to Sarando and he's like, Sarando, let me tell you a story. And Sarando just goes, no. And Ulok was like, wait, no, wait. I have this like important story I want to tell you. Are you sure? Are you sure you don't want to hear it? And he's just going like, nope, I don't want to know about it. I don't care. I don't care about this person you're trying to tell me about. And the story was a story about Ulok that he was trying to tell, and it just like he just kept shutting him down.
It's
And
a
that's all I remember.
backstory.
I do remember the great part about that is like he would be like, no, I don't want to hear it, and so I'd be like, I'm gonna tell you the story anyway,
That's right.
and
yep.
start telling it to him. And every time I like get every few words, and he goes like, don't care, I don't care, stop
Yeah.
talking, and it was so good. Um,
And that's the only thing I mainly remember from the first campaign.
I do remember snippets, and as we go through it, my memory refreshes.
mhm.
Like, well, we were joking about the last time that we wrote, my brain for some reason is a weird steel trap of remembering exactly how our D&D games played out in like weird details in certain parts. Because what was it? We were trying to remember a fight from Vivia 2. It was the Udok fight. And nobody could remember like what it was that we fought. I was like, yeah, it was that thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, you remembered the name. That's
I
what it
remembered the
was.
name of
Is none of us could
yeah.
remember what the name was, and then you were like, "Yeah, it was called an Udok, wasn't it?" And all of us were like, "Huh?"
I have a terrible memory unless it is only about the D&D games that I play with my friends. Then I am a history book.
Mhm.
So I remember bits and pieces, and as we go through, things kind of come up, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's how that happened.
Yeah. No, I recall events. That's
Mhm.
about it. I can't remember names hardly or dialogue. Too hard. But as a result, though, I do remember characterization,
Mhm.
which has been so fun because writing dialogue, at the very least for my character, has been a joy.
I love Shanae so much.
Oh, he feels no different to me. It feels like time has passed and he has remained the same.
I think he's
Today's
honestly my
unchanging.
favorite character in the series, not even gonna lie. Other than I love our characterization of TBT.
Mhm.
I adore our version of TBT.
We have made pretty good TBT, I think. Which is, that this is something I particularly enjoy from a DM perspective. If you to talk about that, since you know we're a D&D podcast.
Yeah.
We are.
I have very much enjoyed going back through this story, which I personally have always felt was lackluster compared to my other campaign that I've done, and now my third campaign that I'm preparing, which I feel like makes the second one look lackluster. Because we've been growing and learning as players and DMs as we've been going on. It's very nice to go back and finally like put all the pieces together and make it fit with input from my players, my people who played, about how they perceived things, about how they interacted with other characters, because it has really actually helped me to not establish but sort of reorient my own perspective on my world and position certain aspects of it in a better light. I think that is going to help me going forward as a DM. It's been nice to have that experience by doing this project.
Yeah. And so you at home get to look forward to whatever we end up making with it. We have
Yeah.
script stuff, but let's see if ever there will be more. Who knows?
True.
Beyond just a script. Maybe even a video one day.
Perhaps.
In the meantime, you have our amazing podcast
You
where
do
we
have our
talk
amazing podcast.
about nothing for an hour usually.
It's random white noise to put on in the background while you do other stuff.
Honestly,
year-
well, I feel like we're the opposite of nothing. We are so hyper specific.
We are everything.
We are everything.
We had 3 mega mixes this year because we were like, what do we talk about? I don't know. Nothing is happening. We had like five Nights at Freddy's videos this year. Not even including the video game. Yeah.
We had one that was us just talking about FNAF because it was Halloween, so it was horror stuff. Then we
And
talked
the
about
movie
came
the
out.
movie. Then we played Five Nights at Freddy's games on the channel.
Yep. Let's see. We already mentioned there was roleplay radio. We had a lot of the new Unearthed Arcana, the 1D&D.
Yes.
Mhm.
We were heavily
is-
covering that this year.
It's a
Very
dang
critical.
saga. Go.
It is a saga.
If you watch each of the videos back to back to back, it'd be such a roller coaster. Of
Honestly, I think it's structured like a typical story. There's like a rising action, and then there's like a I think like 2 weeks ago we got to the climax, and now it's just been the falling action ever
It's
since.
yeah, we got to the end of Act
Not 2
2.
weeks ago, Unearthed Arcanas ago.
Yeah.
We got to the climax, and now we've been in the falling action, and it's just been like that going.
We
ever
even
since.
had a filler episode with the Bastions
Yeah.
release.
A little filler that plateaued it out for like
Yeah.
a second, and then it kept descending after that.
And then we personally proclaimed that it was the opinion of the Nat One Podcast that Jeremy Crawford is the one and only Antichrist.
Not is, just may or may not be.
Might be,
It is the
hypothetically,
express
perhaps.
opinion of Nat One that Jeremy Crawford is the
Might-
Antichrist.
Might
be
be. We
the
can't refute it,
Antichrist.
is all.
Yeah.
A bit of a
The
devil's proof.
All
We've
we're
been-
saying is
oh,
we've
that's
never
another
seen
thing
the
we've been doing.
Antichrist in Jeremy Crawford in the same room.
Good segue. Good segue.
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
good segue for me and Pertuset. We've been playing Umineko on the lives. We've been streaming Umineko, which is a animated visual novel, amazing story that is hundreds of hours long. So we'll probably be talking about it again next year this time.
Probably still not finished, if I'm being
Yeah,
honest.
probably still not finished, but we will have much more done.
Yep,
much
because
more
we're
content.
plan is to hopefully do it once per week.
But in Umineko, one of the very prominent subjects, at least in episode 1, is the devil's proof.
Yep.
The idea that the lack of evidence of something can prove its existence, or vice versa, or something. I don't completely remember.
It's that you can prove like if you have proof of something, you can prove that it exists.
But if you don't have proof of something, you can't prove it doesn't exist.
Exactly. And so we don't have evidence that Jeremy Crawford isn't
the
Antichrist.
Antichrist.
So he could be.
So he could be the Antichrist.
And I know this because I played Umineko without playing Umineko.
The first 2.5 chapters or episodes, whatever.
And now you too can play Umineko without playing Umineko by watching our VODs of Umineko.
Where we do funny voices. Go watch the second episode where I literally lost my voice for a week because I did an old man voice for like 30 minutes.
Good old Kenzo.
It
Or
was
just-
crazy.
The other solution is also just message us on a social media platform and ask us to regale you of the tale of the time that we played Umineko in D&D.
True.
It'll be it's that meme. I'm glad you asked, and then it's a voice message that's 17 hours long.
Yes.
I actually recorded all of our sessions when we played Umineko.
Otherwise, stuff is going on. As I mentioned earlier, we did a lot more. I mentioned this, I think, before we started recording. We started doing a whole heck of a lot more of the co-op content.
Yes.
And I'm liking it. I think the audience is liking it because most of our co-op, not just even the Elden Ring, but like all the like 4-player or so stuff we've been doing, like Phasmophobia, Paranormal Cleanup, Five Nights at Freddy's, In Silence, Lethal Company, all that stuff. People have been liking. Each one of them gets 50 to 100 to 300 views. Our newest one being Left 4 Dead video that got almost 400 views.
Yeah. It's sitting pretty at 396 as of recording this.
Yep. So probably going to keep doing that because not only is it A, very fun compared to doing single player content, but B, I think it leads to funnier moments for the games.
True.
So that is going hard.
And with that, we have incorporated a little bit more of other people who have been here before but haven't been too frequent, like Taryn and like Ashlyn, who have both been on the podcast. But they play a lot of games with us, so they're frequenting that circle of they're in most of our co-op stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully next year I can play.
No, we have 4 now. We can't have any more.
Okay.
Where's where it caps out for a lot. No.
The eventual goal is for all, how many? There's 7 of us?
Yeah.
Because we had all 7 of us to get gaming PCs, and then we can play Left 4 Dead versus.
Woo!
I was
I will
thinking
lose.
Lethal Company, but more company.
We
so it's
could
all
also,
7 of us.
we could also do bigger company for.
I
Lethal
would
Company.
love to play Lethal Company with Dylan. Oh my gosh.
That would be an experience.
I can
think.
see him yelling at us and then dying to a dog because he was yelling.
Yeah. Oh, so that's so Dylan.
Isn't
so
it?
True. You're
Like,
so true for this.
That
You're
is the
Someone
most
steps
Dylan.
on a mine and kills themselves, plus like Ashlyn.
Taryn,
Dylan watches
you
it.
Idiot. Me
Why
at
did you
the-
do that?
I hear us at the truck. We hear Dylan coming back, being like, "Taryn killed himself. Taryn killed." We turn to the screen and see that Artis Dot has died.
Mhm.
Oh, that would be so fun. So, once everyone starts getting some gaming PCs and stuff, and once all of our lives calm down, it's a rule. You guys get your degrees, you get your job for the next 40 years, and then you don't do anything anymore. That's the
Nope,
rule.
I'm gonna move again.
Dang
Different
it.
time zone this time, perhaps?
Oh, great.
Oh boy.
I have a friend who lives in Australia.
Holy
All right.
moly.
All right. Oh, yeah, we'll see about that.
That's a
champ.
bigger
We'll
time
see.
zone than I thought you were going to say when you said different time zone.
Actually, all time zones are about the same size.
I'm gonna get you.
Damn you,
Very-
idiot! No,
Very Hana-pilled of you, Taryn.
Oh no.
true.
Funny reference, because we did our little get-together watch anime this week.
Yep.
Out of all of the anime characters named Hana ever, figure out which one that was right now in the comments and tell us.
Yeah, what? Just
That
say
one
the show.
from the one thing.
Nope, say the show. Otherwise, I'm trying to think what else. Oh, I guess it is about time
It's
we
time.
could talk about the elephant in the room.
Time. The greatest series of our channel, the GOAT of Nat One Podcast.
Pertuset's pride and joy.
Pertuset's pride and joy, and I think it should be celebrated for his dedication that he did this.
I'm gonna commit
14-hour
arson.
stream.
He did it all.
14-hour stream.
It was longer than 14 hours. That was just as long as YouTube would let it be.
Was it like closer to 20?
No, it was 16. So, I mean, like technically closer to 20, but
Yeah.
I played Assassin's Creed.
He
Every
gave
single
himself,
game.
And that's
he gave
all
himself
you
a
did
little
this
challenge.
year.
He gave himself a little funny challenge.
It's
to do.
close to all I did this year. If you look at our channel history and stuff, it started on Twitch, and then we started porting the Twitch because Twitch. If anyone may be wondering, which I've explained it before on stream, but I'll say it here as well. We started on Twitch and then changed to YouTube streaming for two main reasons. The first being Twitch only keeps VODs for 1 week. That is it, and then it deletes them out of the website. They're gone. So no one would be able to go back and watch the stuff that we did. YouTube, on the other hand, keeps it all forever.
It's a good archive.
Yes.
Mhm.
The other main reason is we already have the channel here, and it's easier for people to find our channel if we're live streaming here on YouTube than if we're on Twitch,
Yes.
because then they don't know where to check us for YouTube and all that.
Which now, if we can figure it out, we might, pending, do the double up now, because it seems like it's getting easier to do that. But that might be a pipe dream. That might be
True.
something that
We'll
does or
see
doesn't
about it.
happen.
There's been a lot more of the softwares that do easy double streaming for you
Yep.
to other or other platforms, because Ashland makes it work.
Yep.
But yes, the Assassin's Creed 2023 or the AC 23 challenge has happened. It is over. Beat every single
Complete
one.
successfully.
Every single game was beaten in the franchise, at least in the main franchise, including Mirage. And it ended in October when the game came out. When Mirage came out, it ended the next week. I was so unhappy. It was like being in a toxic relationship.
To give you a behind the scenes, he was like, every time we would talk about Assassin's Creed, it was like you were talking to someone who had an abusive
Yes.
partner. He constantly like dreaded doing the streams, but was always like back to the old ball and chain about it, pretty much.
I liked the idea of the games. Some of the games I liked quite a lot. What I did not like was making it into a challenge for myself and beating all of them, because the fatigue set in hard and fast. You can pinpoint where too. Any guesses?
AC3?
No.
Oh, I remember. I can't remember the name of the game though, because I remember the point where you started getting like, yeah, no, I hate this. Oh, which game was it?
Was it earlier than AC3?
No.
Okay, so it was after AC3. Was it
Yeah,
Unity?
Yeah, I think it was Unity.
That's it. Yep.
I remember tuning
That
into
makes
one of your
sense.
Unity streams where you were like sitting in a little triangle on a roof because you had been spotted by like 7 guards who had no line of sight on you. And you were like, how do they know I'm here? How do they know I'm here?
The guards that have X-ray vision, as well as all of them have walkie-talkies inside their brains in AC Unity. Yeah, that's probably where my breaking point was. But then Syndicate brought me back a little bit because I got to do a grappling hook and it was fun again. But then I had to play AC Odyssey,
But then
which
we
was
started down the RPG path.
the most artificially elongated story of all time, because no longer could you assassinate. Enemies had levels, and so if there was a guy that I walked behind and stabbed through the neck behind him without him suspecting me, but he was 2 levels above me, guess what? He's alive. I only did 2 damage to him, and then he kills me in 1 attack. 2. But then, Assassin's Creed Valhalla was fun to play, but also had an insanely long story for no good reason because it needs you to complete several regions, even though I didn't want to.
That's where the 14-hour stream came from.
Fun to play with, not to eat.
Exactly, and I was eating. But yeah, that was the very, very long, no good, awful stream, which only EDMC was there for the end. Because fun fact, we learned about YouTube through that stream. It doesn't keep video footage past 12 hours on live streams. I don't know why. I mean, it makes sense, kind of. But I wanted to finish that game, and so I did, because I wanted to finish it before Mirage came out, and so I did. Fun fact, I finished that game at like 6 in the morning of the day that I was happening on, and then I went to work in the next, like a few hours after that.
Woo!
Then came back and streamed Mirage.
Remember when I said abusive relationship? Actually, Jordan said abusive relationship first.
Either way, it was true. And then you can tell things got good again. Because look at all the games we played since then, right?
Yeah.
We did Darkest Dungeon, Phasmophobia, Payday, Umineko, Hades, because I really like Hades, Honkai Star Rail, Balatro, the newest roguelike, Enter the Gungeon, the Game Awards again.
Game Awards was fun this year.
Alan Wake!
Spider-Man 2.
Spider-Man 2.
Oh, and because I wasn't doing Assassin's Creed all the time, I felt like I had more time to work on the creative stuff, such as our co-op gameplay, like the Roblox and the Jingliu race, the Rake video, Phasmophobia video, FNAF 2, FNAF World video. Also, last brag I'll say about the gaming channel, because then I'm done. I think my thumbnail game stepped
Your
TF
thumbnail
up.
game's
the thumbnails
really
are
good
great.
now. I've been enjoying
They
it.
popped
Consistent
off.
bangers.
Yes. I don't know where exactly, but slowly I started to learn. I got a good editing software. They're good now. They're good.
They are very, very good.
One of my favorites might honestly be the Left 4 Dead 2 thumbnail. It's
The
simple.
Left 4 Dead 2 one is very simple but good.
I'm also very proud of our second to most recent Elden Ring one, which is just from the Road to El Dorado.
That one's pretty good too.
Screen
I
cap.
really liked that.
I really like that one.
The torrent is a nice touch for the
torrent
horse.
is the horse, yeah. Oh, it's so fun. But yeah.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say about the gaming front. Sorry, that's my pride and joy. That we had such consistency on the gaming front this time made me very happy. To think, when we first started this channel, we were like, yeah, we might do some gaming stuff at one point. And now look at this.
Now look at us.
Holy. Stay tuned. Very soon this week that this video is coming out, there will be a best of Nat One Plays video on Saturday.
Woo, there is a short already out.
By the time this video comes out, there'll be a few shorts.
Yeah, it's a very funny short too.
You know? This one was one that we paid an editor to do because I was not about to go. I didn't want to. Honestly, I could do the editing, no problem. Best of clips is easy. It is Pertuset miss. But the thing that got me is that I didn't have any collection of clips because we're not using Twitch. That's the one thing about Twitch that's nice is they have a clip function, right? Where you just have funny moments clipped.
I think YouTube has one now too.
Yeah,
There's a thing that says it. I don't know how to make
Does
it
it not work?
I don't know how to do it. Honestly, I need the audience's help if they can do that to clip and give me clips because that'll make us shorts that we can send out. Much more easier for me.
I see it.
I see it, but
I'm
I
using
can't.
it right now.
All right, okay, you get it to work? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe when I last tried it, it just didn't work, and maybe they've updated.
They can be up to 60 seconds.
Okay, because I did try that like a few months ago, I'll be honest.
Well, if it was a few months ago, yeah, they probably updated it.
Yeah.
Made it better.
But yeah, so the thing was is at the time we didn't have a clipping function for YouTube, all the YouTube streams and videos. So I was like, I am not going to go rewatch every video I've made this year and find the funniest clips to fill an 18-minute video. I'm just going to pay some guy, give him 8 hours of content and say, find funny stuff, please. That's what I did. And he gave me results in 3 days. Highly recommended.
Very good results.
Yes. Anyway, that's all the last update on the gaming front. I swear, I promise. Is there anything else we want to look back on? I do like our Thanksgiving thumbnail.
That is a personal favorite.
That's a one of our Discord emotes now.
It's
Is
a
the
good one.
Thanksgiving comes now.
I don't know how I made that face.
You held it for a long
You
time.
did.
I think that's why I held it for a long time, because I didn't think I'd be able to make it again.
Wouldn't be able to do it again.
Unskilled code names, new game style, perhaps.
Game style.
I love
new-
unskilled code names. I cannot
Unskilled
wait to be
Codenames was
not
good.
the idiot on this one.
The goofball, excuse you. No. Give him official title.
The dingus.
I like Dingus. We're keeping Dingus.
Hope he doesn't turn my dong into a ding.
No! No!
Oh,
Skibbity skadoodle, your dick is now a noodle.
Hey!
His dick was gonna be gone.
True.
Unapilled?
But yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
I'd say that's a year in review.
But what do we have to look forward to in the future?
I don't know. We kind of,
We haven't had that meeting yet.
yeah, we haven't really
We
done
gotta
that.
like give them something to like wet their tongues with, you know?
More gaming.
Well, yeah,
more
that's like
gaming.
nothing new
gaming.
there. It's just gonna be more. Not medic gaming. Absolutely not. We are not playing TF2 as long as I can help it.
Taryn, this probably won't happen next year at all because Umi Neko, but Taryn and I had a conversation today about what we want to do after Umi Neko, which is I'm probably going to start Danganronpa because I've never played Danganronpa.
Woohoo! I'm gonna be there for that because
I
I've
will
played
as
all.
well.
That one will include Taryn. Taryn will be a regular in that
Yes.
series.
I haven't
as
played
well
that
as
one
Pertuset.
either.
Maybe
Maybe.
Jordan will be a regular in that
That'd
series.
be fun.
How about a Danganronpa race? I raise you.
Oh,
Oh
goodness.
God. That's just who can sit for 20 hours and go through it.
Can
Well,
I
as
put it
we
on
know
2
from
times
Pertuset
speed?
streams, he would probably win that.
I don't know. Yeah, the gaming stuff's gonna be. We're gonna proceed as usual. I'm trying.
Yep.
Like I said, I'm trying to do more co-op stuff. We already have a handful in the chamber. You've yet to see. We have more Left 4 Dead coming soon. Actually, would have already came by now. But there's even more. Like a really fun game called Grapples Galore that I make sure we play once a night.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
It is very
Speaking
fun.
of,
What do you mean? Speaking of,
we ball.
yeah, we grapple.
We do grapple.
Yeah, nothing a whole lot new on the gaming. We're just going to keep at, proceed at pace, Captain. We'll stream twice,
speed.
video twice. Try to. If I miraculously get a very high-paying job after completing my master's, guess what? You're going to get a lot more edited videos because I'm going to start paying people to do it because I don't want to. Yeah!
And if you're an editor who wants a job,
And you're familiar
Plus
with
in
our
mind.
style. It's a very easy gig. We're not asking for highly edited videos. We're just asking someone to take the raw footage and make it small footage.
And
Yeah.
somebody did bleep Ashland occasionally.
just
Yeah.
condense things down and bleep out our curse. Me too, from time to time. I'm guilty of that in the gaming videos. But Ashland's definitely the most guilty party.
That's
Never
a good
forget the
game.
one
That's one
Faz.
we should play.
Guilty party.
Yes.
Yeah.
For the Wii.
Actually, that's true. We were going to say, I think the intention is in 2024, we're going to have a lot more board game content on
True.
the gaming
Yes.
side.
We're
is
going to
the
try to
plan.
get a lot of people to have Tabletop Simulator. We're going to
Yes.
try to do some board gaming.
Yep.
Because we all like a good board game around here.
Oh,
Indeed.
yeah, we do. We've been playing Catan. At least
We-
we played
we
it
have.
twice in
We've been
Discord.
playing Catan several nights.
I need to
Mhm.
get in the Discord more often.
Yeah.
You do. We've been
We
playing
have fun,
Catan.
silly
I'm
times.
always working when you
Just
guys
do
are
it
in
at work.
Discord.
Just
I would get fired.
Yeah? What are they gonna do?
Fire you?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Dang
Well, I don't know. Jordan, why don't we cut to Jordan? Like, pretend this is a Nintendo Direct, right? Let's go to Jordan and see what she has in the podcast department. Ready?
Okay.
It didn't pick that up. Hold on, we gotta do the Nintendo.
Uh-huh.
Like, it's not picking that up. It was really bad though. It could be like, did you get that?
No. Can you?
Is it not? It's not.
It's peaking, so it doesn't actually.
Oh, okay.
pick
What if I
up.
like get it away? Is that any better at all?
No.
No. Okay. Jordan, what's going on in the podcast, Jordan?
All right, with the podcast, we'll probably be proceeding pretty similarly to what we have been doing. We'll definitely be doing more unskilled code names in the future. That's a good one. More intelligence checks. I'm assuming more source books are going to be coming out in the near future in the new year, so you will continue to get coverage about what we think very vocally what we think about the new D&D content as it releases.
When is PHP 2024 supposed to come out?
It was leaked to be May, but then it immediately got deleted. So
probably we'll have more content concerning that up into May.
Absolutely. I personally, it is my goal to have more scripted content on the channel in the coming year. I mean, we talked about we're doing the radio play series retelling of our first campaign. I have some ideas in the works. We also had introduced this year my like little scary story corner that we're trying to gather more stories for. I just need stories to narrate. People on Reddit, please answer me. Because I have to get permission first, and I try to reach out to people, and I'm an account with like a weird username and no interaction because I don't use Reddit, and so it's just weird, and I look like a bot.
No karma.
But if you have scary
Gold,
stories that
please.
you would like me to narrate on the channel, send me scary stories.
All right.
So yeah,
I will also say, patent pending, not patent pending. What the heck? Pending Levi's paychecks. We might be a little late to the horse race, but more source books that I haven't gotten yet. I know Planescape was a big one that came out, but we might just do some more stuff like that. It's just kind of like review, because we used to do that in the past when stuff came out, but then there was kind of a drought for a while of like big source books, because I think we did one. Did we do one for Tasha's when Tasha's came out?
I don't think so, because I think we were not a
ago?
podcast when it was.
Okay.
No.
out.
I know we did some for other things that had come out. I know we did one for Van Richten's. Van Richten's was one we did one for, I'm pretty sure.
I think so.
But
Well, because the last ones that have come out have been adventures, and we don't
Yeah,
really
a lot
play the
of
adventures. We
adventures.
just look at
Adventures.
the stuff that comes with them.
Planescape was one of the one of the big ones that came out in a while, but we had been doing plenty of other stuff, so we didn't really touch on it that much. So we might do some like catch up with some of that stuff, or just touch on ones that come out later. That might be something that the reason I said pending Levi's paycheck is because I own the communal D&D Beyond account, so I purchased the source books.
We will see. Maybe we can just do that and like go back and look at the old books and be like, "What's our review on this book?"
True. We should do like just an overview of like all of them, except for maybe like the
AD&D
PHP.
thoughts.
I don't know. I'd roast the PHP. I already ate it.
And we could call,
Tasha's?
because we have a year in review, we could do like a source book in review as a little series.
Grading the Wizards.
True. For as much as we rag on Wizards, we should do something that's like.
We need a moist meter, but for our channel, I don't know what we would call it. Is it Nope certified?
Oh, I like that.
We'll think about it. Yeah, we gotta get together and powwow ideas for the future, but let alone, just know this, year 3's coming, merch is coming, maybe, probably not, but maybe.
I can get on it.
We'll see.
One singular mug.
A
One
mug,
fight it out.
Cal mug from Ashlyn.
It
Famous
costs
quote by
$5.
Ashlyn. But it's worth 32 bits for the company.
True.
Um,
What will you do?
but yeah, year 3, Nat One Podcast, Nat One Plays, right around the bend.
A secret third thing that has not been revealed yet.
Nat One Fashion.
Nat One Film Theory.
I have a degree in this. Let's go.
That's
Nat
kind
One
of boring.
Game Theory.
Woohoo! Guys,
Nat
we gotta
One
end the
specifically
episode.
Hey, we hope you enjoyed the episode you just listened to. If you really like our content, make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications on YouTube, and look for us on Spotify. If you'd like to see us continuing to do more fun projects in the future, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can find our page linked in the description above all of our other social media links. And finally, if you'd like to keep up with the zany shenanigans of our lives and check out some more skit-based content and things like that, check us out on Twitter and TikTok, links in the description. And hey, thanks.